Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Brittne Martin and welcome to Doctoral Mom, where we'll be sharing advice on your career, your education, and your professional journey.
And welcome to my show. This is the Hyde Park Literary Reviewers, and every week what we will be doing is taking you on a gallery history look at art in a way that you've never ever seen it. I'm Reverend Karen Calhoun, and I'd like to invite you to tune in to Hagar's Song. Hagar's Song is about power. I'm a womanist theologian, and I live in America. The most powerful thing that a woman can do, or anyone can do, is give birth to someone.
I completed my doctorate degree, but what really makes it special is that I was able to finish in about 3 years, and I also had 3 children during that time frame. So I had twins. I have a boy and a girl, Matthias and Legacy. They're not 2 yet, they'll be 2 in December. And I have a little boy named Icon, who I actually had him just a couple days before I became.
So I want you to imagine yourself in a museum. And in that museum, you are walking through that museum. And in that museum, there is artwork, there are photographs, there are books, there are poems, there are short stories, because that's what the Hyde Park Literary Reviewers will be looking at over our coming weeks. Each week we will look at and compare and contrast art from the past, art from the present. How is it that the art of today compares to art of yesterday? What happened in the past that has brought us this future that we have?
A doctor.
But the power that I understand is the power of the women that are sitting in my presence, the power of the children that I serve. It is an ongoing story. The African American story is ongoing. My story comes from the west side of Chicago. I believe that I am the ride or die west side. I'm very serious about who we are. My biggest fear is that no one else will know. And if I don't tell my story, who else will?
So the show is really about resilience. It's about getting through. It's about meeting your goals. I'm going to have a lot of special guests on the show to tell their stories, to show you how you can really push through, how you can accomplish all of your goals and not let anything stop you. So I have a lot of amazing stories like that. I want to give you some actionable items so that you can push through for your career, so that you can push through in your education and again in your personal life. Whether you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be a lifelong student, I have a lot of advice for you guys to make sure that you're getting through those things that are really important to you.
Do that each week, and we will do a different medium every week. Like one week we will review books from artists from the 1950s, and we will compare that work with the work that is being done today in 2019. What will happen as you view this show is that you will become aware of art through the African American stories and American stories. You will see what happened in the past in ways that you haven't seen before. You will learn from this show. It will be history, present, past, and future. We want to teach you. We want to teach the world what it is that we've had to offer and what it is that we're going to bring forward. Hyde Park Literary Reviewers coming to you each week. Who knows who we are? My brother, name is Paul Smith. That's he and I when we were just children, and he did not survive this Ma'afa that we're living in. But he will, his name does, because in his seed, he continues to live. We don't forget him. My aunt, Sally Borden, she raised us over here on the west side of Chicago. My grandmother, Estella Walls Brown, and she died when my mother was only 2 years old. And so to talk about power, the power in my mother, Barbara Turner, who was an intercessor for her son,
So therefore, I intercess for mine. Our story is never ending. That is Cammie Walls, my great-grandmother who died in the county hospital when it was the county hospital before it was Stroger Hospital. But if you were born in the 90s, you wouldn't know anything about the county hospital. You know, so we have to respect each other enough to remember our history. And so that's the way I've lived, and it has put me on the outs in places, but to be here today, to see the freedom and the power in young women, in our entrepreneurs, tune into Hagar's song, because what you will be able to connect with is what we do and how we do it.
So just a little bit more about me. I've been a career coach for 10 years. I've been in marketing, social media. I can tell you all about personal branding. I tell myself that I am a jack of all trades. So whatever you need to know, I am ready to do research, ready to empower you, to make sure that you are able to accomplish, again, all of the things that you want to do. So networking is really important to me. That's why we'll have a lot of special guests, because without a support group, without a sisterhood, without people in your corner, it's really difficult to accomplish those goals. So I want to bring the individuals on the show that has inspired me throughout my life, throughout my career, to also share their stories, tell you how they inspired me, how they motivated me, how they pushed through.
Park Literary Reviewers coming to you each week with a different set of people in the audience. Our audience will be sharing their take on the artwork. Think about being in a museum. Part of being in a museum and part of that museum being interested is what it is that people have to say about the artwork. Right, as you watch a movie, think about how much better that movie is when you can have a discussion about the movie before you or after you watch it, and you see things in that movie that or other people see things that you didn't see in that movie, right? So you get the vision of the movie from a lot of different standpoints and viewpoints, as well as visual artists from the past. So welcome again to the Hyde Park Literary Reviewers, bringing you a different look at history each week.
Tune into Hagar's song. We look forward to seeing you.
So again, this is a show about resilience. It's about getting through. It's about sharing with each other, networking, and just making sure that together as a community, we're able to push through and get where we want to go.